just finished a historic constructed event, so we've got some rewards here. I got to make 700 gold, and I got a rare that I haven't seen in a long time from Dominaria. So, filling out your collection. As a mostly free-to-play player, I really like these events. They allow you to accrue gold. My draft skill is pretty low. It's unreliable as a way to go infinite. That's an even better value, but I like getting the gold from there. I can buy packs to get my wild cards. Trying a little bit more of the draft to fill out my collection as opposed to gold, just buying packs, but you know, it's the journey. Let's go back to the ladder with our sacrifice, our Rakdos Aristocrats deck, and see where we're at. Play a couple on the ladder. Fresh Lop. If I'm reading that correctly, he is number 12. Or sorry, opponent is number 12. Okay, we're gonna keep this and hope for an untapped land on turn 2. Or I wouldn't mind land, so we can just get to 3/4. All right, Wish is our command. The only problem is we're taking a ton of damage to get there. You know, just tap land. We're attacking. See if they're mono red or aristocrats themselves. I think if they're mono red, I'm going to gamble on getting one more untapped land so that way I can get the Chandra Priest of the Forgotten Gods synergy going. Okay, Goblins. Okay, so this matchup will be interesting. Activate this ability. I'm going to pull Swamp. Okay, so I really want to claim the Firstborn. It's just unfortunate because I want to grab it and sack it to the Priest. So they can't combo us next turn, so I'm just going to play Dreadhorde and pass. I'm going to try and get a little bit more value out of this Priest activation. And the Goblins deck does not play a whole lot of removal in their main deck. So they'll play to the board. And if they don't, then they're not... Okay, double Snoop. And if they're not, then... And see, this is really fortunate for us, too, because the Snoop hasn't done anything other than be a 2/2. Oh, be still my beating heart. Okay, so we're going to grab this Snoop. We're going to activate... We have a priest coming up. You. Submit. We're going to sacrifice these 2 creatures. Alright. Super clean. Alright, we're going to play... Oh, no, I can't do that. So we're going to play Mayhem Devil. Things are looking aces. Now they are getting really close to... Do I want to scry before I draw with Priest? Yeah. So Chandra will just continuously feed. Alright, so against Goblins, Eliminate's good for picking off Skirt Prospector, but not too good at picking off Krenko and the bigger Goblins. I think we put it in, though, just so we can get them... This shuts off Krenko. And they're pretty fast, so we're going to respect their speed. Oh, I just really like... Alright. So we'll actually do this in case we get the Mayhem Devil Call of the Death Dweller's Dream. Agonizing Remorse? I don't think so. They're too quick. They'll get get under us. All right, I'm pretty comfortable with this. Claim paired with Woe Strider and others is a good time. All right, let's take game 2. Fresh lock. Fresh lock. Oh my gosh. Can't keep this. It's not enough mana. Yes, please. 6. Oh, this doesn't generate black mana. That comes into play tapped. All of these cards are great. I think I'm going to throw the Serrated Scorpion back. Because active Mayhem Devil with a sack outlet also just starts like, pinging Script Prospectors like it's no tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to go get Swamp with this, so that way everything else can come into play untapped. I don't have a 1-mana play anyways, so Swamp, so Dragonskull Summit. I also need the black mana. Snoop. Sure. Alright, so I'm going to... So next turn, they could play Mount... No, they played that. Okay, so let's claim the Snoop and Village Rites, so that way we have the most information possible. I'm going to count on this Mayhem Devil taking out this Script Prospector, and we do have a sack outlet. Swing for 2. Eat this to draw the Woe Strider. And friends. Alright, so we have enough lands to power it out. We just have to avoid Gem Palms, taking out our important pieces. So I think next turn is Woe Strider or Devil to be efficient. I think that's going to be Devil, because they don't have a critical mass of goblins yet. Now would be a good time to draw Virulent Plague. Alright, let's do Dragon Skull. Let's do Woe Strider. And then next turn we can Mayhem Devil. Krenko's scary. Like if they go 1 drop, 1 drop, yeah, like that, then they're gonna be able to add a lot. The only good news is hopefully we'll have this Mayhem Devil to start pulling them into check. Alright. So let's go Priest. And we could get the Mayhem Devil out. Okay, we've got to fade. I could eat the goat to get Devil out now. It also means 1 more blocker. I don't have anything in here to Call of the Death Dwellers yet either. The appeal of keeping it, though, is... Okay, so I can't quite. So we need to fade the +1/+1 Lord or Castle Embreth. The Haste Lord would be a beating. Absolute beating. Okay, so I can start mowing them down. problem is I don't really have. I need to kill Krenko now, and if I priest, I can't quite sack everything. All right, so let's. If we go into combat with Mayhem Devil and they see through it, then I can still sack it then. Yeah. Alright, so I think this is inherently free, so let's see what they do. They just take it, that's fine. So now we're going to Woe Strider the Devil. Double down. I'm going to ping, doesn't really matter, this Goblin. There's a Mayhem Devil on top. You stay right there. Okay, so now we're going to call the Death Dwellers, pull Mayhem Devil back. Okay, and then we're going to use Woe Strider to sack Priest, which stings. But now we can take out Krenko. And we're not in a good spot by any means, but we're cold to a lot. We're cold to +1/+1. We're cold to, I mean, them just attacking over and over again. I'm gonna take 8 down to 10. Krenko's such a good card. Oh, you know what? We should have scryed Mayhem Devil to the bottom for Virulent Plague. They have mana for Muxxus. Yeah, I think that was the better line. Okay, so we'll play this out. I really like Mayhem Devil. I should not have kept it. Because if we had scryed that and this is Virulent Plague on the bottom, then we would be saving ourselves a ton of damage. And then we just have to defend against the combo Muxxus part. Alright, so what you got? Gem Palm. So we're going, if they attack with everybody, we're going to block. Nothing. Please be Virulent Plague. Here comes the Gem Palm. If they're Gem Palming, they should Gem Palm the Mayhem Devil. Okay, so a Brave. Losing this one is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we get 2 triggers. Fry this Goblin. Fry this Goblin. Oh, it shifted. Okay, good. We get our Scry. Cauldron Familiar is not the droid we're looking for. Let's play this untap. Pass. Oh. Okay. We need Virulent Plague now. How about another Woe Strider? So play to win is sack, kill the Krenko. I don't like it, but it's what we have. I mean, we're definitely dead if we don't. We can survive 1 hit of this mob. Woe Strider putting in work. What's going on there? Yeah, this Krenko. Okay. Well, I don't feel too bad about the bottoming of the Mayhem Devil then. No attacks. So if they swing with everybody, then we're down 6 life to 4. If they have the +1/+1, we're getting pretty close to dead. Oh, Good game. Game 3. So opponent, lots of Krankos. That's good for the Virulent Plague. Oh, I didn't even board it in. No, yeah, I did. Where is it? Yeah, okay, it's there. Crazy. I think I'm happy with how Dreadhorde Butcher is probably going to get stuck. I don't think anything is better. Maybe Act of Treason as the 5th copy of Claim the Firstborn. Maybe Chandra's, nah. Alright, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I like it. Let's go. Scry into Woe Strider, sure. So that's a goat to feed to the priest. Opponent has for Prospector, so we could be looking at the nut draw. Oh my gosh, that's not tap. Okay, well that's not how you do it. That's so bad. Okay, this could be the nut draw from them. Alright, so let's play the appropriate thing. Let's get Woe Strider down. We could die next turn, because every deck has a nut draw, and if you don't interact with them before that point, then it's just game over. Gem Palm, frying the Woe Strider. Okay. I should have a whole priest on the battlefield. We're gonna play through. Okay, eliminate's good. So let's go eliminate the Script Prospector. Take the option of Muxxus out. Priest, and then next turn is Mayhem Devil, Claim the Firstborn. I hope it's enough. Raid. So that's important. They floated the mana. I should have passed phases because Priest of the Forgotten Gods. It doesn't matter if I play it now versus later. So that's fresh lock. Well done. Way to play to your outs. And that's the second mistake of this game. That's potentially going to cost me. War Chief, scary. Instigator, scary. So I can claim, but I don't have a sack outlet anymore. All the Death Dwellers. Snoop. They've got the Crime coming, and Muxxus is coming. So this game is over. All right. So obviously playing the correct land is important. I would have had extra resources out, and then whenever they sack Skirt Prospector, and you don't need the spell right then and there for your strategy, pass phases, let the mana pool empty. For that exact situation. That's really, really neat that Fresh Lock did that. So we're going to go ahead, and we don't have enough to escape Woe Strider. I mean, we can call the Death Dwellers. We can call... Okay, so we can do this. We're going to call of the Death Dwellers Woe Strider. So we have a sack outlet. Then we're going to claim the War Chief to take out the Haste Lord, because the Goblin deck wants a Skirt Prospector, a Haste Lord, and Muxxus. So we take this. They could sack it. I get to ping something. I mean, that's better than letting me have a scry. So, I mean, you don't get to number 12 in the ladder for no effort at all. So, I'm going to save... I could take things out right now with Woe Strider Sacrifice and Mayhem Devil triggers, but I need to... Oh, some Muxxus on top of the deck. Alright, so... No, opponent, you need to sack a creature. You only have 4 lands. Z. Hit Z. Oh, there you go. They have another Muxxus on top. There's 3 Muxxi. Okay, so let's see what Muxxus hits. Muxxus hits a lot of scary things, of which I cannot stop. I cannot stop most of it. So the only good news is they didn't pull a Skirt Prospector, so we're gonna see if we can survive this. So we're taking a lot. We can eat 1 War Chief and another, and then block with goats, and then sacrifice to kill the other. The only problem is there's another Muxxus coming, so. We'll get 2 scries. Interesting. I need to prioritize shooting down the non-tokens because Virulent Plague can catch a lot of them. Okay, so opponent playing a little conservative here with their attacks. So I'm going to block with the goat because this doesn't have trample. I hit the block, and before we pass the damage, let's go ahead and sack this thing. Then a Mayhem trigger. Again, I want to prioritize the non-tokens in case I draw Virulent Plague. Village Rites. I can use that to sack the goat to draw 2 more cards. I'm not dead yet. And then I'm going to save this other goat sacrifice for when I play another Mayhem Devil. Okay, so I think playing this Mayhem Devil is good. If I Village Rites, I'd rather have the 2 damage to take out the War Chief. This is at instant speed, but I could play another 1-drop blocker afterwards. Okay, so we're going to Village Rites. We're going to sacrifice this goat. Am I? It's worth the blocker, isn't it? Like, I'm doing this on my turn in case I get something that I can play as a blocker, but then I lose the block. This is a guaranteed blocker. I'm just going to pass. Unless I get to Claim the Firstborn. That's a better out. Okay. Sacrifice, you get 2 triggers. The ping. Opponent's so redundant. Uh-oh. Okay, that one. If you get confused, if you hover over your spell or a spell, you can see what the target is. I did not draw. Claim the Firstborn. Okay. Abrade me. Cranko on top. This is over. So many goblins. There's goblins everywhere. They can play it off the top and make more. Well done, Freshlop. Well done. Well, we played to our outs. Oh my gosh, they can skirt Prospector, and they can Muxxus again. Okay, opponent being a gentleman and a scholar, or a fair maiden. I'm so dead. We're gonna resolve. We'll go ahead and let this pass so we can see. So, good game, a lot of interplay. I always say I never lose. I either win or I learn something. And so today the lesson was the skirt Prospector and floating mana. Being cognizant of that. Gem Palm is a cycle, so they can play it on your turn. So that their deck is not entirely sorcery speed. And then checking your lands because a temple isn't a swamp and it's not a mountain. But I'm Robbie Wong. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.